Hi guys, this is part 3 in making a top-down tank shooting game on Scratch. So my last video I showed you how to code our player, our infinite BG, the enemies, our player projectiles and our enemy projectiles. So if you haven't seen part 1 and 2 yet, make sure to check it out. Link is on the description below. So in this video I'll be showing you how to code our power-ups, the bushes, and our skull and to add a thumbnail. So let's get started. So first I'll be showing you how to code the power-ups. So click on power-ups and make sure you upload the power-ups in this order. So our costume number 1 is the bolt, 2 is the 2 missiles, 3 is the star, and 4 is the field. So make sure you upload them in this order. And click on my blocks and let's make a new block called position. Add an input X and Y. Click OK. So minimize the screen. And we need to go to X and Y. So grab an if else statement. So if our X is equal to our X position and Y equal to Y position, then we need to show else type. And grab a when I receive tick block, and we need to switch costume to make a new variable called asset. For this sprite only. And then we need to switch costume to asset. And then grab the position block. So let's make 2 new variables called X for this sprite only and Y for this sprite only. So grab it if minus, so X minus scroll X and Y minus scroll Y. And then grab an if block and if touching player block. Place the reset block here, and when I see clear, we need to delete these clones. So let's define this reset block. So when reset, we need to set X to pick random from -2000 to 2000. And duplicate this, set a Y to -2000 to 2000 and grab an if statement. So if asset equals 1, so which is the first costume, then we need to set our max velocity to 18. And then we need to broadcast speed down. And duplicate this, and if asset equals 2, Then we need to set reload to 2. And then we need to broadcast reload slow. So which is this costume. This block will make our missile shoot faster. So duplicate this, and if asset equals 3, which is the star, then we need to set, so we need to change our score by 50. So it's at 250. And if asset equals 4, then we need to change our HP by 5. And then we need to set asset to pick random from 1 to 4. So you could add your own power-ups. So for now I'll be using these 4 power-ups. And then when I receive setup, then we need to repeat 5. Click on make a block and clone. Add an input called X, Y, and asset. So click on OK. And then we need to clone our X on negative 2000 to 2000 and Y for negative 2000 to 2000, and then our assets from 1 to 4. Define this block. We need to set X to X and duplicate Y to Y, and we need to set assets to assets, then create clone of myself. So now click on player, and when I receive speed down, we need to wait 5 seconds and set our max velocity to 12 and duplicate this, and when I receive reload slow, wait 5 seconds, and then we need to set reload to 6. So now you can see our power-ups appear and we can collect our power-ups. So our power-ups works. So now I'll be showing you how to code our bushes. So click on bushes and make sure you upload these 2 sprites, and when I receive clear, we need to delete this clone. And when I receive setup, we need to make a block called setup. and then let's make a new variable called x for this sprite only, y for this sprite only, and type for this sprite only. Then let's make a block called clone, add an input called x, y, and type. Click OK, and then we need to set our x to x, set our y to y, and set type to type. And then we need to set our size to 0, and then we need to create a clone of myself, and then define setup. We need to set HP, so let's make a new variable called bush HP for this part only. We need to set push HP to 3, or we could make it like 5. Then we need to set X to so you need to type like 2, 3, 4, 5 or like 7 times. So I think 6 times is enough, so make sure you type 2, 3, 4, 5 6 times, and then we need to repeat 125. We need to clone pick random for negative 2000 to 2000, and duplicate and set 1 to 2. It's okay, I'll clean up the blocks. And now let's make a block. So let's make our position block. So position, add an input x and y. So we need to go to x and y to y. So grab an if else. So if x equals x position and y equals y position, then we need to show, else we need to hide. And then let's make another block called reset. So define reset, we need to set our x to negative 2000 to 2000, and set our y to negative 2000 to 2000, and we need to set our bush HP to 3, 5. And when I receive tick, so clean up these blocks, and when I receive tick, we need to set the brightness effect to 0 and switch costume to type, and position minus, so x minus scroll x and y minus scroll y. And then grab the if statement. So if touching player projectiles O enemy projectile. Then we need to change HP by -1. So it's a bush HP. Then we need to set brightness effect to 25 and grab another if statement. So if grab a O, grab a ABS off, so grab greater than, so ABS off, scroll X is greater than 2000, or ABS of scroll Y is greater than 2000. Then we need to reset. And then grab if statement. So if HP is lesser than 1, so it's a bush HP, we need to make a block called die. Let's make a block called die and run with a screen refresh. And if bush HP is lesser than 1, we need to die. Clean up the blocks and grab the if statement. So if not touching HP display, then we need to go backward 10 layers. So now go to this define die block. Then we need to make a list called bush X for all sprites and another list called bush Y. So we need to add our X to bush X, duplicate and add our Y to bush Y, and then we need to reset. And when I start as a clone, we need to wait, so pick random from 8 to 16 seconds and repeat 6. We need to change size by grab a times minus, so 0 minus size times divide by 3 and grab when I receive dead. Stop other scripts in the sprite. Repeat 6, change our size by 0 minus size divide by 3. So clean out the blocks. So click on player, and when I define reset, we need to delete all of bush X and bush Y, and on the bushes, so make sure when I set as a clone, change size by 100 minus size times 3, so it's not 0. So make sure you do the change in when I start as a clone and when I receive dead. So on the define clone block, so make sure you set size to 100. It's not 0, it's 100. So make sure you fix that bug. So now let's check our bushes. So now you can see our bushes appear, and if the bushes get hit 5 times, they disappear. So bushes works. So now I'll be showing you how to code our scope. So click on scope and make sure you upload the costumes in this order. So it's 0 to 9 and a blank costume. So I name it as child. So make sure you upload the blank costume as well. Now let's code it. So make a block called render. Add an input text x, add an input x, y, add an input y, and size, add an input height. I'm gonna run with the screen refresh. We need to switch costume to 0 and go to X and Y and set our size to size and height. So now let's make 3 new variables called number for this sprite only, size for this sprite only, and assets for this sprite only. So we need to set number to length of text and set size to divide, so size divide by 4.5. So I set size to 100 and repeat length of text. So grab a set, you need to set assets of grab operator and letter number of text. And then we need to create clone of myself. And then we need to change number by 1. So it should be -1. Then switch costume to Chuck, which is the blank costume. And when I receive tick, we need to broadcast new message called clear text, and we need to grab this render. So we need to render scope x to 15, y 150, and size to 100. And when I receive clear text, we need to delete this clone. And when I start as a clone, we need to show, go to front layer and switch costume to assets, and change X by, grab a times operator, so size times grab another times, so -1, so size times grab a minus and a length of. So length of score minus number times -1. So okay, now let's test our score. So now you can see our score appears. So our score works. So our score works. So now I'll be showing you how to code our thumbnail and add some sound effects. So make sure you click on this show, and when I receive start game, we need to go to X0 and Y0, wait 4 seconds, we need to show and set X to 0, repeat until our Y position, so we need to round our Y position. So round Y position is greater than 350. Then we need to change our Y by grab a minus and a divide. So 7. So Y position 375 minus Y position divided by 7, and we need to go to X0, Y0. We need to forever show, go to front layer and go forward 10 layers, and then we need to set our ghost effect to 100 and set our Y to 0. So okay, now let's check our thumbnail. So now you can see our thumbnail works, and when we click on the stop button, our thumbnail appears. So thumbnail works. So now I'll be showing you how to add some sound effects. So click on stage and make sure you upload this background music on the stage, and when I receive start game, we need to forever play sound until done, and go to player and go to the if mouse down or keep paste pressed. Then we need to start sound pew. So make sure you upload this sound called pew. And on the enemies, when I receive a define reset, we need to start sound crunch. So make sure you upload the sound called crunch in the enemies. So now we can see our sound effects work. So you can hear the background music. So our background sound works. So okay, now let's test our game. So now you can see our top down tank shooting game works. So the game works very perfect. So if you like this video, please make sure to give it a like, subscribe and share. And see you with another awesome Scratch tutorial.